Namaste, I'm Dr. Justine Lemos. This gentle and restorative practice will focus on the back of the heart center and the back of the neck. This is the yin gateway where we tend to accumulate stress, we tend to accumulate doubt, worry. This accumulates through the back of the shoulders, and the back of the heart center gets drained if we're doing a lot of caregiving for others. So for this practice, you'll like to have 1 or 2 blankets. You'll like to have a block and perhaps a bolster. And you could do the whole practice with just 1 blanket. So we're gonna start down on our back, placing our feet down onto the mat and with the knees bent. We're gonna rotate the palms up alongside the hips and imagine the thumbs are descending back down towards the ground. So the scapula are just gonna move in and down slightly, like we're placing hands down into pockets. And then from here with our breath, we're going to begin to tilt the pelvis forward and back. Just in a comfortable motion, inhaling, tipping forward. And exhaling, tipping backward. Now press into the soles of the feet. Inhale, lift up to a bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Draw the scapula in, rotate the palms out, thumbs down to the mat. If it works for you, you could draw the index fingers in to the inside of the ankles to find this external rotation of the shoulders and arms. However, don't do this if you need to draw the feet forward and put pressure onto the knees. So keep the knees aligned with the feet and feel the sides of the neck lengthen. Exhale, slowly rolling down through the spine. Counter pose, knees in towards each other, arms wrap around the chest. Take the feet out as wide as the mat. Knees spread, arms out in a T shape or cactus shape from the shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop your knees down and over to the right side. You'll be on the pinky toe edge of the right foot, the big toe edge of the back foot, and then gently press your left heel down towards the mat. Rotate your head back towards the left side. Inhale, draw your knees up to the center. Exhale, draw your knees down and over to the left side. Press into the back right heel. Drop the tip of your right scapula down and in, and rotate your head back to the right side. Inhale, draw your knees back to the center. Drop the knees in towards each other. Wrap the arms around your chest. Now, for the scapula, we're going to come down onto our side. You may like a blanket rolled for the head to support your head. And if you have any pain in the hip, you might want a blanket underneath your hip. So we'll be lying on our right side, left hand on top of the right. Legs can be in any comfortable position, and making sure the head and neck is supported. We're just going to draw the left hand forward and back over the right hand. We're slowly scrubbing underneath the scapula. Inhaling and exhaling. And then here, this time, we're going to slowly draw left hand over the right arm, rotate and open into a twist as much as feels comfortable. This is really about you finding your own motion rather than a specific posture. So draw the right arm all the way up over the head. The fingers may be off the mat, or they might be rubbing onto the mat, gently tracing on the mat. And then back around, and we'll take this 3 times. Inhaling, pulling, opening. I like to slide the left foot forward. You could even make a clasp. And around and over. You can stop and explore anywhere that feels like it needs opening or release. And then left hand on top of the right. Again, slowly draw across the heart space with the breath. Around and over. And then one more time. And then from here, we'll come to the other side. So the left hand extended out long, right hand, and we'll take this scrubbing motion back and forth. And then pulling the right hand along the left with the breath, opening out into a twist. And it's fine if the arm is floating off the ground or mat, drawing the arm around. Right hand on top of left. And stopping, you can explore anywhere that you feel like you need to, and you'll find you get a lot more motion available to you in the rotator cuff as you take this. You can take this for as many times as feels comfortable or delightful to you. Come back down onto your back. Palms up alongside the hips again, thumbs rotated down, scapula in. Inhale back up to this bridge pose. Feel the scapula drop down. Feel the back of the neck lengthen, press the shoulders into the mat. Roll down through the spine, draw the knees into the chest. Come over onto the right side and up seated. Place the knees down onto the mat. If you have any knee pain, you can place a blanket underneath the knee. We'll take some Bandhasana, cat and cow. Tuck the toes under, press into the balls of the feet. Inhale, crown of the head up. Press the backs of the feet into the mat. Exhale. Inhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest. As you exhale, take your right leg out behind you. Now roll your right inner thigh in and up, so not lifted through the hip, draw in and up. Inhale, press your right heel up towards the sky, so you're coming into just a little bit of a back bend, but the inner thigh is still drawn in. Round into your right hand, bring your left arm up by the ear, and then hand can come to the lower back, or it could come all the way around to the right foot. Draw the right inner thigh in and expand open through the heart. Exhale, release. Right knee down onto the mat, tuck the toes. Inhale, left knee into the nose. Exhale, left leg up behind. Roll the left inner thigh down and in. Ground into the left hand, right arm up by the ear. Exhale, right hand to the lower back. Or, if it works for you, wrap the hand around to the foot and expand through the heart. Exhale, release, and then find this little foot lift, inner thigh, roll in, press through the heel, expand upward through the heart. Exhale, release. Both knees down onto the mat, tuck the toes, draw the lower belly up and in, walk the arms out long in front, Anahatassana, the forehead onto the mat. And bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Move the blanket to the side. Walk the hands out in front. Bring the index fingers parallel to the sides of the mat. So hands really wide. Press down with the base of the palm. Tuck the toes. Inhale from here. Exhale up into a downward facing dog. Feel the scapula move wide and up. So the scapula are going to fan up and out like this. In fact, many friends will get the scapula moving down and in their downward facing dog, and this is going to create instability in the glenoid cavity and how the head of the humerus sits into the glenoid cavity. So actually in our downward facing dog, we want to move up and out nice and wide. So let's look at how that is going to be. Index fingers down onto the mat, press through the base of the palm and the first fingers. The scapula are going to fan out wide. Lower belly is going to lift and the tailbone is going to lift up. So we're finding this width through the scapula now. And this is the opposite of the action that we took when we were on our back in our bridge pose. Inhale, walk your feet up underneath your hips. Standing forward, bend the knees over the midline of the feet, hands to the elbows. Let the knees bend, send the tailbone down, roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Bend the knees over the midline of the feet. Take the tailbone back behind. Inhale the arms up. Now this is where the scapula are going to settle down the back. We're going to peel up through the lower belly and open the heart just a tiny bit. We may feel a lot of heat in the body. Inhale, stand up straight. Inhale, take the arms up by the sides of the ears. Lift through the heart center. Exhale the arms down. Now, this heart opening posture. Ground into the left foot, right leg out behind, right inner thigh in. This is just where we were on our knees. We just happen to be standing. The toe could remain down, or the heel could lift, squeeze the inner thighs, open through the scapula, and then hint the heart center open, like you're diving backwards over a barrel. Exhale, release. Right foot down. Ground into the right foot. The right knee remains bent. Left inner thigh in. Press through the ball of the foot. Inner thighs. Draw in, lower belly lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Open through the heart. Cue a sound like ah. Place the left foot down. Inhale the arms straight up. Lift through the sides of the waist. Exhale, melt down over the legs. The knees can bend. Hang down here. Make your way all the way down onto your belly. Palms down alongside the sides. Scapula, draw back. Shoulders away from the mat. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, release down. Draw the shoulders back. Press into the palms. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, legs down. Press the pubic bone down. Inner thighs in. Inhale, head, chest, legs. Press into the palms. Exhale, release down. Hands underneath the forehead. Big toes together, heels apart. What is sometimes called broken pigeon or pigeon from the arm for the arms. Right hand out from the shoulder, come up onto your left fingertips, draw the left shoulder back. Now, as we roll, this right shoulder is going to want to condense down towards the mat, and I'm going to keep it buoyant, lifted, and away, or attempt to. Bend through the left knee, draw the left foot across the right leg, come onto the right cheek, reach through the right hand, keep drawing the right shoulder. It's going to condense down, but I feel as if it's moving away. My chin can drop to the chest. I'm going to roll back onto the right side. Right foot can meet the left. Back of the neck long. Exhale, release. Left hand directly out from the shoulder, onto the right fingertips. Draw the right shoulder back, lift through the left shoulder, bend through the right knee. Inhale from here, exhale. Over and around, onto the left hip, chin to chest. Draw left foot back to meet the right. And exhale, release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Big toes together, knees apart, right hand down. Slide the left arm through, palm up, left cheek onto the mat. Come onto the right fingertip, slide the left arm through a bit more. Take the right hand up, back of the hand to the sacrum, or all the way around to the left inner thigh. And then releasing other side. Left hand down, right arm through, palm up, right cheek onto the mat. Come up onto the left fingertip, slide the right hand through. Take left arm up towards the sky, back of the hand on the sacrum, around to the right inner thigh, rotate. Gently release, hands down onto the mat. Come back to a child's pose. Palms up alongside of the heels. Of course, you can always place a prop underneath the forehead if it doesn't reach the earth. Rolling up through the spine. So from here, we'll need a blanket. And we'll open this blanket out to this setting. And we'll make a nice long roll of the blanket, like so. We'll place the blanket down onto the mat, and your sacrum will go right in front of the blanket. We'll roll down through the spine, letting the spine rest onto the blanket. And if you need extra support from the neck, you could place another blanket here or fold the blanket over. Palms up alongside of the hips. Feet can remain down onto the mat or legs can extend out. Either is fine. From here, we'll inhale, draw the arms up like we're making a snow angel. Some friends' hands may not stay on the mat, and that's fine. They can float off, or you could just come to a cactus shape. And then with your breath, exhaling and drawing down. Let's take this 3 times. Let your palms rest up alongside of the hips. Feel the chest, heart, and throat open. Place your feet down onto the mat, roll onto your right side. And now you'll want a bolster if you have one, or 2 blankets. You'll want a block, the bolster across the block. You can use this same blanket for underneath your knees. And some friends may like a blanket for behind their neck, like so, or even more, especially if there's cervical spine pain. So we'll be here in a supported Matsya Asana, supported fish pose, reclining back onto the bolster, letting the heart and chest open, arms out to the side or resting onto the torso, palms up, eyes closed. So you can feel free to remain here for 5 or 10 minutes or even longer, or to come down onto your back into a Shavasana, a corpse pose. I hope you enjoyed this short asana practice for opening the shoulders, the chest, and the back of the heart center.